Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Mathematics World. In today's session, we are going to learn three important theorems, that is Fermat's Little Theorem, Euler's Theorem and Wilson Theorem. We are looking only statements of this theorem and application of this theorem. Here we have our first theorem, that is Fermat's Little Theorem. What does it say? For positive prime p, if p does not divide a, then for any a is an integer, a raised to p minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p. Means, what does it mean? Let's see by taking example. Suppose a is equal to 2 and p is equal to 41. Okay, so here 41 is prime, that is p, and 41 does not divide 2. Okay, then a is what? 2. So 2 raised to p, that is 41, minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p, means 41. So we write here 41. Okay, so if you see 2 raised to 40 is congruent to 1 mod 41. Okay, take another theorem, that is Euler's theorem. What does it positive say? Integer n and a, if GCD of a n is equal to 1, then a raised to phi n, this phi n is nothing but Euler phi function, and in the last video only we have studied that how to find phi n. I also gave you 2 examples to solve. I hope you solved it. If you to check the answers, you can check out on Instagram. My handle is Mathematics World. Okay, so you can check that out, and if you didn't follow that account, you also follow me. So a raised to phi n is congruent to 1 mod n. Example for Euler's theorem. If a is equal to 52 and is equal to 105, okay, and you have to find the Euler phi function for this number, then you will get the numbers 480. Okay, so phi n is 480. Phi n means what? Euler phi function. So how we write this? 52, that is our a, raised to phi n means 480. 52 raised to 480 is congruent to 1 mod n is what? 105. So 105. This is how we write Euler's theorem. Okay, now the last theorem which we have is Wilson theorem. For positive prime p, p minus 1 factorial is congruent to minus 1 mod p. Okay, let's see how we can write this in mathematical form. You have given p is equal to 7, then you write 7 minus 1 factorial is congruent to minus 1 mod 7. Okay, this is how you write the Wilson's theorem in mathematical form. Okay, now we will see Fermat's Little Theorem examples, so that you will get the idea how to solve it and how the question comes in your exams. Okay, so let's see Fermat Little's theorem example. Here I have an example. 555 raised to 661 is congruent to 2 mod 7. Okay, this is you have to show. Okay, how you will show that? 7, first let us write the formula, that is a raised to p minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p. Okay, so here p is 7, so we write p is equal to 7, that is our prime, and here we have condition, that is p does not divide a. So 7 does not divide 555 because A is equal to 555. Okay, this is our A. So now what we do, we write 555 raised to 6 is equal to 1 mod 7. Okay, by using Fermat's theorem, means this theorem, we write this. Okay, how we write this step? We substitute the values of A and P in this equation. So A is 555, P is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. So we write 555 raised to 6. So 555 raised to 6 is congruent to 1 mod 7. Okay, our next step is 555 raised to 661 is equal to, how we write this? We factorize this 555 raised to 660 into 555. Okay, and for this 660 again we write 555 raised to 110, and here we write 6. Okay, because we have the value for this 555 raised to 6, we have the value, that is 1 mod 7. That's why we factorize this into 555. Okay, so we write the value of this is 1. We didn't write mod 7, so 1 raised to 110 into 555. Okay, now here we write mod 7. Okay, so 1 raised to 110 is again 1, so we get 555 mod 7. Okay, now if we split this 555, we get 7 into 79 plus 2 mod 7. Okay, 555 divide 7. Okay, so 7 sevens are 49. So here we get 6 and we have 65. So 9 sevens are 63. So here we get remainder 2. So that's what we write here, 7 into 79 plus 2 mod 7. Okay, now we get this value. Okay, because when we do this we get the remainder 0. Okay, that's why we write this. That's what we have to show, that is 555 raised to 661 is congruent to 2 mod 7. Okay, so let's take another example for this. So 2 raised to 81 is congruent to 2 mod 41. Okay, how we write? Similarly, A raised to P minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod P, where P does not divide A. Okay, so we write, here we have 41 is a prime and 41 does not divide 2. Okay, now here by Fermat's little theorem, what we write, 2 raised to 41 minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod, what is the value of P, is 41. So here we write 41. So we get 2 raised to 40 is congruent to 1 mod 41. Okay, now we split this 2 raised to 81. So we write 2 raised to 81 is equal to 2 raised to 80 into 2. Again we split this, then we get 2 raised to 40 raised to 2 into 2. Now therefore 2 raised to 81 is congruent to 2 raised to 40 raised to 2 into 2 mod 41. Now we have the value for this is 1. So we get, see here, 2 raised to 40 is 1. Okay, so 1 square into 2 mod 41. So we write 2 mod 41. That's what we have to show. I hope you understand this. So here I have two examples for you. That is 2 raised to 40 is congruent to 3 mod 13 and 5 raised to 303 is congruent to 4 mod 11. Okay, so that's it for today's video. In the next video we will take examples of Euler's theorem and Wilson theorem. Okay, bye.